أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. I'm doing something different. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Okay. Homemaking for the Black Woman Blogazine, video blogazine. I'm gonna post a messenger first, right? He's always first. Keep the messenger out front. So yeah, the messenger I plan to post Savior's Day. One of them probably 1974, cause that was his last Savior's Day. Sallallahu alaihi wasallam, which means prayers, good deeds, peace, probably prayers and peace be upon our beloved messenger. But yeah, I'm gonna stop right here because the view is like that. I'm like guerrilla warfare in it right now. But it's like we had 7 nights of a full moon and it was really hectic for your girl. You see me, I'm like, I got on my pants skirt, but that's about it. I got a headpiece, I gotta make my tunic. It's like living in heaven is devils in heaven, but you know what I mean, it's better than hell. So yeah, Savior's Day is coming up, 2025. It's gonna be 148 years. February 26th. February 26th. I think I got I can tell you what day. 26. It's a Wednesday. If my calendar is right. This is my calendar. You can see it. Muslims know the time, the date, all that good stuff. So yeah, I know a couple brothers who were in the calendar business. So yeah, Savior's Day, February 26th, 2025, 148 years since our Savior was born, Master Farad Muhammad Subhanahu wa ta'ala. May he be praised forever for raising up our beloved messenger, teaching us knowledge of ourselves, of himself, and our enemies, the devils who we try to, but yeah. So, yeah, that's from the editor, me, your girl, Hakeem. And I'm gonna try to keep it short. I changed the name in the news to the Talking Drum. So yeah, everybody knows the fire in California. I never heard of a fire from Pasadena to the beach, Malibu, but up there in the mountains, it's like very high. Heat rises. So if you're up there, and there's always been a history of fires, so it's like you knew that it's a fire prone area when you move there. You know what I'm saying? It's like some places are known for natural disasters. California has earthquakes and fires. In the Gulf, they have hurricanes. In the Midwest, they have tornadoes. So you can move somewhere that doesn't have these natural disasters. That would be the wise thing to do, unless you like me and just, I don't know, I live on a volcanic island, which I think is kind of cool because it's, I don't know, hot. All right, hot. And the volcano erupts on the other side of the volcano. That's it right there. But Lahaina was a victim of, when I rode out there, I went out there one time. Just because it's like, that's like the number one tourist area. And the bus there was going, I had a little time. So when I went out there, the road there was beautiful. But I was like, this is accident waiting to happen. Straw huts built, straw huts on top of straw huts on top of straw huts. And you just, well, I just knew it was like just a matter of time before it caught on fire. And sure enough, like within a year, the whole place burned down. I didn't like it because it was super far. I just wanted to go to the beach. And to get to the beach, I had to go through a bar with all kinds of people in it. I was like, that is alright. So I just came back. But Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. When you go places, don't get caught up in, Super Bowl is happening. I was talking to this guy at my phone company, T-Mobile, and he was like watching it on his phone while he was working. And I was watching some kind of football game. He said it wasn't the Super Bowl, but I was talking to him about organized sports. The Holy Quran says it just keeps your mind away from what's important. How many other things could you be doing while you watching a game that you know is gonna win? How much money is wasted and lost and gambling, and people get so caught up. They call them wife beaters because if their team loses, they get upset. They probably lost money or whatever, and they take it out on whoever's right there, and that's usually the wife, for no other reason but his team lost. I think about the Saints in New Orleans. In the whole history of the NFL, they only won once. And how many Super Bowls has it been? I just remember like up to 50. But 50 of the Saints. It's like the good guys. Only won once. So that tells you right there it's all bad. Gambling, loss of money, loss of time wasted. You could be doing something else. All the money spent. It's just really bad. Don't get involved in sports. Organized sports. If you and the homies just want to go exercise or whatever, I think that's okay. But don't be no league. Don't play for your school or nothing. I thought about taking a class because like every semester since I've been in college, pretty much I took weight training, I took tennis, I took aerobics, just because I like to stay active and fit and it helps, you know. Look at this Corvette. Oh my God. Have you ever seen anything so beautiful? That's like 1950 something. Look at it before this car comes and oh my God. Do you see this? God, I love Corvettes. I had a Corvette. But anyway, I try not to get caught up in cars because to me that takes your mind off important stuff and they're so dangerous. But oh my God, you see that? It is red. I have a little red Corvette folder, but that one's like maybe 60 early. I can't remember when they first came out, but oh my God. Okay, so yeah, sport and play, cars, that's like take your mind off of what's really important. And they're both dangerous. A lot of injuries, concussions, and everything from playing these games. But the Super Bowl is coming up. Don't get caught up in it. Don't get caught up in sports. I don't care what it is. It's very, very difficult when you're athletic like me to not get, you know, pulled into that. You know, Muslims, we know better. The Quran, sport and play. And I'm gonna go on and say music because they call music players, actors, players, like entertainment and stuff. Because if you read the Hadith, all you're supposed to do all day, every second of your life is pray. That's it. Pray all day. Don't eat, don't do nothing, just pray and die. For real, that's all you're supposed to do. Pray all day. And reading the Quran is prayer. Because then like say he Allah is one. It tells you what to say and everything. Those call, let me say this, that, and whatnot. But yeah, just being worshiping Allah and then you won't be caught up in all these things that cause you to stray, you know, get caught up in things and it might be, you know, have a hard time getting out of it. But yeah, that's like the news. I haven't really been into it because it's full moon, 7 nights of one full moon. If you go by a lunar calendar and you thinking it's like 28 days, it's on the 14th for 7 days. Yeah, crazy, but I don't know. Now it's like I really love astronomy, but scientists don't tell you what's going on. Like they would not say we had a full moon for 7 nights, and Muslims are supposed to be based on the lunar calendar. So it's like if you want to know when is Eid, you really actually have to wait until you see or don't see the moon because you can't see a new moon. This is close to the sun, so you can't see it. But that's the only way you know. There's no way to predict it. I mean, who would know that the moon was going to be full for 7 nights? That was crazy. A full moon, that's like lunatics. Crazy stuff start happening. I looked up the computer says and so that makes me kind of like able to explain why sometimes like I have moments. But yeah, so that's the news. 7 nights of full moon. But we on our way to the next month. Somebody told me this is Rajab. So I just like to use numbers. It's 12 months. months in every calendar, just because that's how long to divide the rotation. I mean, the orbit of the Earth around the Sun. They all have 12 months. So I'm like, why give it a name? Just say this is month number, whatever it is. Like in the solar white man calendar, it's month number 1. And January, Janeiro, no. It's like what? It's something like that. But yeah. Just say first month, right? 19th day. Me again. They told me I was born on the 19th of the 6th month of the 1971st year since Isa Ibn Maryam. Let's see my artwork. I'm working on. I don't know if you can see it because of light, but it says Al Amira, which means princess. And this is another one I'm working on. This, I don't know, when I finish it, it'll be decent. But that says Amina, which means faith or believer, something like that. So yeah, that's the talking drum. I used to have one, but I didn't have the stick. I didn't even know I was supposed to have a stick, and why this music store has just a stick. And I'm like, oh my God, my crazy life. I had that drum like 30 years ago. I just bought a drum, and somebody told me that's the talking drum that the African village, you know, they want to spread some news to people far away. Some person knew how to play the drum to make it say what other people can understand. I could understand it, but playing it is different. But I have one, you know, and it's like news, so it has strings and stuff, but it's supposed to have a little stick that you can tap with it. This was in the 90s. And then I go to the music store here on this tropical island with all these instruments, and I just saw a stick for a drum, and I was like, that is the stick for the drum I had in the 90s. Crazy, huh? But yeah, so that's the talking drum. Then how to keep house. I'm thinking about changing the name, just housekeeping. You know, a lot nowadays that's affiliated with like people who have to clean up spills in places of business or keep public places clean, like housekeeping, spill on aisle 7. But that's actually what we are supposed to do at home. How to keep house. Keep your house clean. And that's like a science. How to keep house. And I want to talk about jacuzzis. They just like so relaxing. A lot of times you'll see them next to the pool. Sometimes people don't have a pool, but they might get jets in the bathtub, which is cool. And then some houses, like this one house in Lamert, right across the street from that barbecue place. It's like right where 2 streets come together, right at that intersection. It's like 2 streets go the same way, meet at a point, and there's this bomb house right there. I snuck in there. It was for sale. It had like a sunken jacuzzi. You know, it had like a room, just a jacuzzi. I'm thinking if it had like a courtyard or something. I can't really remember, but it was creepy because a tree fell down right the 50s and 60s, it was all white people, the Merc. They built up that area for the Olympics. Whenever it was in LA, maybe the 30s or something, they built up this community. And really, really nice. But with in the 60s with the civil rights movement, and they had to start selling to black people, then black people moved into that area, and it was like a troublesome time. The 60s, they had to form like societies. I don't want to call them gangs, but that's what it was. The Slossons was the first one. I took a history class, and my teacher was black at Long Beach City, and he was giving us all this black history. I was like, this is so dope. A black man teacher in college. It wasn't. I might have been the only black student in the class, but most of the information was black history. And he taught us the Slossons was the first black young people society, and they formed to protect themselves from white people who would attack them when they moved into this exclusive, nice neighborhood, like Beverly Hills. It's in the hills of Leimert, View Park, and Baldwin Hills. All that is really, it's like the richest black neighborhood in that part of the world. And so, but when that time came, the white people did not like it, and they ended up moving. But before they left, a lot of black people would get attacked, mobs of white people. So they formed, we gonna all band together, we gonna mob deep. You know, they try to get one, they gonna have to fight all of us. And they call themselves the Slossons. Yeah. So, Martin Luther King Jr. holiday is tomorrow. And I was telling my son, he said the parade was rescheduled. It was probably because of the fires. But, I mean, that area didn't get touched, but I think it's just a way to prevent us from organizing, gathering together for something that unites us as black people. Martin Luther King Jr., his heart was right. He really wanted to help black people, but he didn't have the knowledge until he talked to the Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He changed his whole teaching. He said, I think I've integrated my people into a burning house. And that was the truth. Because America is going to be destroyed, and the solution is not to integrate into it, but to separate from it, so we won't be burnt up with America. So they killed him, but I feel like just the fact that he's black, and the holiday and all the things, the good things about it. The parade, oh my God, wow. But the last time I went, I didn't even make it to the parade. I was on my way, but they had this little booth where they were giving away Obama phones. Trump had just won, and the lady who was giving away the phones was like, Trump phones, but it was so cool. Somebody came with a bean pie. I bought it. That was the best bean pie I ever had in my life. They had a graham cracker crust. It took me forever to figure out why that bean pie was so good, but they put a graham cracker, buttery, delicious crust, and I shared with everybody. But that was the last year I went. It might have been 2019, I'm thinking, when I came back from New Orleans, I went to King Parade, but it was so fun. It was wild. Somebody said they fight broke out and everything, but that's LA. There are a few places you can go with black people where a fight don't break out. But you just take cover, wait everything to blow over, and go back to what you was doing. But yeah, Kingdom Day Parade, Martin Luther King Day tomorrow. Do not go to work. Call in, enjoy your day off. I was saying like today, because his birthday was the 17th. It's either the 16th or the 17th. I can't remember exactly, but I think it was Friday. Today's the 19th. Yesterday, Thursday was the 17th. No, Friday, 17th. His actual birthday. So yeah, enjoy your day off. You know what I mean? Black people, we have very little time to just enjoy life. We so busy trying to keep the bills paid that we can't just sit back and enjoy the breeze, just fresh air, some grass, if you can find it, some trees, flowers, plants, green stuff on the ground. Walk in the grass, take your shoes off. If you have to walk on the cement, just take your shoes off and put your feet on the ground and connect with the earth with nothing between you and it. If you could get some grass and dirt, that would be beautiful. Just put your bare feet in some grass and dirt. Go to the beach, go to a park, take your children to the playground, just enjoy the day. And if you go to the beach, get everything ready, but watch the sunset and then leave. Okay? I cannot understand that. People be at the beach all day and then leave when the best part comes. It ain't but 5-10 minutes. You could take 5-10 minutes and just watch the sun sink beyond the horizon. So yeah, if you do that, that would be bomb. I think they have Leimert Beach. When I was on Facebook and I wanted to put my hometown was Leimert Beach came up. Like photos and everything. This beach by the mountains, like unincorporated Malibu or something. But I was like, yeah, go to the beach, do something on your day off. And remember Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. I read Coretta, he called her Corey, and they used to go roller skating, go to the skating rink. But my son said they got some kind of movie coming out about him. I don't know. They had a screening in Hollywood, and all type of bougie black people, young and old. But I might Google that and post a trailer, inshallah. But yeah, so Martin Luther King Jr., I would say take the week if you can, you know what I mean? Take Monday and Tuesday at least, because Monday you get automatically, or you should, if not, take it, and then take Tuesday too as your paid vacation day or something like that. It's been a while since I was in the work for somebody and had those type of rules, but you get a sick day or something, take that Tuesday. I would say call and let them know people be tripping nowadays. You might have to just bring it on them and let them deal with it. Because if you try to give them advance notice, then they try to penalize you and all type of things like that. Call them. Don't. You might not have to just call them later on the day, like on your when it's time for you to get off of work. Be like, oh my God, you would not believe what happened to me. My phone fell in the bathtub and I couldn't call and I had to go and do something. But take that day, you know what I mean? So yeah, I'm supposed to be a housekeeping jacuzzis. I'm just not trying to post a whole bunch of photographs of jacuzzis. That's so nice. I feel like people who victims of the fire, maybe they got a nice couple nights in a nice hotel. You know what I mean? I told this guy his house burned down, but I said go to the Ramada, the Hyatt, go somewhere nice and have dinner with your family and just thank God that you still alive. You know what I mean? Thank Allah. Because, I mean, you're going to have enough to worry about. Just like get a nice hotel and enjoy it. You know? But yeah, that's how to keep house. Jacuzzi. So cool. They a lot of fun. So how to keep house. Oh, and how to rear our children. Let's see. How to rear our children. Maybe I was thinking about oh man, I was at Target. Target, they have these pineapple candles. I was just walking and I was like, what is that smell? I had to go find out it was a pineapple candle. It smells so good. But like $10. But I was letting my phone charge and I love children, so I went to baby section and I was looking at all the baby food. I actually bought some because I'm like, it's supposed to be just pure mangoes. Why can't I eat it too? You know, so I bought some mango beach nut baby food. And it was okay. I mean, it tasted like it might have had some preservatives in it, even though it didn't have it on the label. Because I've had like blended mangoes, but it tasted kind of funny. Like they might have put some preservatives in it and didn't tell you. So I made a sign and put it in the baby food section. I was like, your angels, you know, your little angels. Invest in a blender. You can make all that food there yourself. Whatever it is, just throw it in a blender. You know what I mean? And feed it to your baby. Buy mangoes. Here, baby. Any kind of fruit. You know. And then on the other side, I can't believe it. I remember when they came out with Similac. I was like 7, real young, but I was like, that is so sad. You know, they if you want to make your own formula, they have powdered milk you could give your baby. Similac. It's maybe simulated. And I'm like, they just want us to have artificial everything, which is not good for your baby. It's such a formative time. You know, their bodies are being formed, their immunization, and, you know, their body's ability to fight off disease and the brain and all that stuff is, you know, still being formed when you're a baby, and they want to give the baby something that they concocted in a laboratory. So wrong. But I say whole milk, and you can put some water in it, because it might be, gaseous. Your baby might get gas, but just put some water in it and some real milk. If you like mixing it up, get some powdered milk, but stay away from that poison formula. Mixture all like on the Cosby Show. Lisa Bonet was doing that for her Olivia, I think, or what's their names, babies, Winnie and Nelson. She was like actually blending up the baby's food herself, and I was so progressive. This is in the 80s. Who was doing that? It was like weird at that time, like this super hippie, natural, crazy lady doing this crazy stuff. But she had the baby's best, interest in her heart. This is better for them than some processed food. Get away from processed food. Don't eat food that's already prepared. Cook your own food. And they had all type of stuff. And I was reading they got drinks, these pouches with like pear, apple, spinach, and all these different combinations of fruits and vegetables in these little pouches. You just twist out the thing. I've had it before. I've eaten children's foods. But just do it yourself. Cut up an apple, put it in your blender, and feed it to your baby. And you don't have to, mix vegetables and stuff in with it. I feel like this Yeah, so that's how to rear our children. Make their food yourself. Don't buy Gerber, don't buy Beach Fed, don't buy no already prepared food for your baby. You prepare it yourself. Get a food processor. Those are expensive. I never had one. I might have a little bitty one that chop up vegetables or something, but they don't blend. So get a blender for your baby with the gums. Precious baby gums. Okay, how to rear our children. And I changed the name of how to take care of our husbands to just FOI. Because to me, it's like simpler. Because I'm not married and I don't feel qualified to be teaching people how to take care of their husbands, But brothers in general, I love them. So it's like, I feel like, and plus I have a son too, and he really has opened my eyes to what it's like to be a black man in America. Because there's things I've heard all my life, but until he told me, then I got a better understanding. Like justice, I never knew what justice was until my son told me. It's like revenge. It's like getting even with somebody. Somebody do you wrong. I want justice. You know what I mean? So yeah. So for the brothers, this is what I wrote. I'm just gonna read it because it's kind of, brothers deal with all sorts of things. But this is what I said. Some brothers, not all. So sisters, you gotta be careful because when it comes to brothers, you think about marriage and children and that type of thing. So I wanted to say, some brothers only want to smash and dash. So, if a brother, even like after you get married, I've seen that happen. Brothers, especially Muslims, all you gotta do is say I divorce you. three times, and that's it, you know. And it's like, oh no way! Just because he wanted to plant his seed. So when it comes to courting, you know, the brother is qualified, and you have the marriage, you know, with the whatever agreement you guys come up with, then you have to live as a married couple. So after you start living as a married couple, then he has to court you again to have his child. You know what I mean? Most people, like in America, that same night. You know what I mean? And it's like, oh my God. Living with a person is totally different. You know, you haven't even lived together. How do you know what this person is like? You gotta wait, you know, before you gotta wait and make sure you guys are melded, meshed, compatible, you know. It's a solution, you know, just mixed together where you can't be separated again. You already dissolved into a solution as two people. You're a solution. Then when you are set and ready and you decide, okay, you still really don't know what's going to happen, but you just do your best and pray. And then you say, okay, we can expand our family. So then you're going to consummate, and then you're really married. But that takes years. You know what I mean? Not like a week honeymoon. You gotta live together, know each person's ins and outs, you know, before you bring somebody else into it. The baby, that's gonna change everything. He just split. Dash after he smashed. And then here you are pregnant, broken hearted and everything, and you find out what he really wanted. And I've heard that type of thing happen and with Muslims. It's so many. I mean, I met this one sister. She like went cuckoo because some so-called Muslim man just totally used her. We call that Islam. So you have to use your brain. You have to be smart. Hakeem. Love has nothing to do with it. Nothing. If you put love in the equation, you lose. You lost already. Don't be. Love is blind. Love blinds you. He can treat you any kind of way because you love him. So he gonna do what he wants to do. He have 5 other women. He don't love nobody, but they all love him. So he using them all. You too. Sad to say, you too. I went through it, but I learned from it, and I don't want to see you go through the same thing. So just use your brain, keep your heart and emotions and all that out of it. Cause children, when you decide to put children, or you ready to expand your family, you know they don't want to see mommy and daddy going through it. So you gotta make sure husband and wife are solidified and ready to become mommy and daddy before you consummate. Don't take no chances. You know what I mean? A lot of Muslim married couples sleep in separate beds, maybe separate rooms if you want to be sure, because you're not gonna have nobody there with you. So just to prevent any type of premature, have your own separate room, separate space, and make that agreement before you get married. Okay, just to be clear, we have marriage contracts. It's like a partnership arrangement. a deal. You know, it's no emotion involved. I don't want to say it's business, but it's like, okay, I'm gonna do this, you do that, we do this together. If this happens in this, if this don't happen in this, you know, you have to discuss these things and put it in writing. You know, I'll have to be married to you for 5 years before we consummate. At least 5 years. And if he can't agree with that, then you gotta be like, I'm sorry, you know, because you gotta think about yourself first. Because ultimately, the responsibility is on you. He put his seed in you, and you never see him again. You know, I know it's difficult to think about those type of things, but for some people, me, that was reality. You know, so just say worst case scenario. That's the best planning method, in my opinion. What's the worst that could possibly happen, and then you build from there. You know. So yeah, put it all in writing. Come up with everything first. I had my contract on my blog, but I think some little girl stole it. Some young, you know, like young marriage ready, you know, girls. Like I remember was I didn't even want a dowry. Because to me, money complicates everything. But I said I want to go to the beach every day, and you have to talk about like physicality type of thing, you know, like one way, and allowance. We're supposed to get an allowance, so I don't remember putting an amount because to me, money. I'm an artist, and money like makes my brain go haywire. When you put money and time into an equation, it just confuses me. So if you have family that you could talk to, that would, you know, really help because you blend in your families anyway. I have my son, so he makes sure I think about the money part because you know, he's a man, and so that responsibility is just inherent in him. So he puts it on me, and a lot of times I think, okay, I have to buy food because I have to eat because I have a son and I can't die. You know, so I gotta just bail to the store, do what I gotta do. You know, so I think Steve Harvey's book was Think Like a Man. I didn't agree with it at the time. That was quite a few years ago, but I understand it now. I'm older and wiser. You know, women are very emotional, and a lot of brothers will take advantage of that. He got you and 4 other families. Yours and 4 other families. Your children got siblings. A lot of brothers feel like if she tripped, then I'ma go. I got somewhere else to go. Very, very sad. But Muslims, you know, Allah is sufficient. So yeah, that's FOI, which I don't know. A lot of brothers have Islam. We talk about in class. And it's a very subject that people is distasteful. You don't want to talk about it. It leaves a nasty taste in your mouth. But that's what the white man did to us. So we fixing it. We're fixing it. You know. Okay, so then this man just looking at me a little bit too much. So I'm walk, ride my skateboard or something. This must be his children. So yeah, FOI, and then how to sew. I call it fashion plates too. But we I've been crocheting. I was gonna try to sell it to you guys just because I would like to be independent, have an independent source. That wasn't my original intent. It's just I like making stuff. So I was gonna give it to you, you know, but I'm gonna send it to my son. But I still show you. I made some I call them jumpers just because I'm not sure what they're called, but they're like crochet, like top of a jumper. Usually has a skirt or something attached to it. But I crocheted the top and I made some scullies to match. But I don't know if those got lost over this crazy week of full moons. I was gonna make another one just because I like the color so much. But I don't know. So I'll probably post that again because I know it's up already. And if you can't print it out in color, if you print it, I feel like don't even print it if you gotta print it in black and white because my winter fashion spread, the red was just so beautiful and I couldn't get color. And it was like when I went through it, it was like painful to see that beautiful red turn into gray. It like took so much away from the beauty of the garment. It was still cute, but it just like didn't pop, as they say. It's such beautiful, dark, like maroon, like Muslim Moors, beautiful red, all these beautiful red garments. So yeah, this one is like, they call it coral, but it's like, I think the packaging was wrong. It's supposed to be persimmon. It's beautiful orange. I don't know why it's so beautiful, but it's just like the shade. It just like grabs you. Like, look, so beautiful. If you crochet or anything, it's Red Lion, and they labeled it coral, but it's supposed to be persimmon because I bought both of them, coral and persimmon. But persimmons are orange, and coral is kind of pinkish orange. And it's like the pink one says persimmon, and the orange one says coral. So I really believe that they made a mistake on that one. But it's just such a beautiful orange. So yeah, that's fashion plates, how to sew, and then for how to cook. Oh, I started going to Burger King again since I moved here. I had stopped eating fast food while my son was young. I cooked every day, but he's like on his own. And when I went to school, sometimes I don't have time to cook, and sometimes I don't have time to cook. So I started going to Burger King. And I would get a crown all the time because I remember when I was like kindergarten, it was a Burger King right next to our school, and they would have fundraisers, and we'd go to Burger King all the time. And to me, I feel like that's a business that is approved. I approve it. Target, Burger King, Jack in the Box, CVS, Lowe's, TJ Maxx. Some businesses I think are okay. Like I went to Target and my cashier was just like so cool, and the cashiers like really, really peeped what I purchased. You know, they like, oh, you know, we talk about it and everything. And I bought this bag because I just want to admit I have to have a bag. And I don't like a backpack because to me it's masculine. So I'm doing like it's kind of like a big purse, messenger bag they call it. But neither one of them had a price on it. So she was looking where it was, it said $20. So I took a photo of it, but she zoomed in and it was like for something else. So she called her manager. Her manager was hating on me. Sometimes people love me and sometimes they get jealous or whatever because they working and I'm shopping. But the manager looked it up and she was like, I found one that's $59.40. I figured it was on sale or something. And she said, I found another one, $9.99. And she was like, oh, but that's not it. You got to get the other one. And I was like, can I please get the $9.99 one? She was like, no. But the lady ended up selling it to me for $18.99. So, yeah. My battery about to die. But I think I can wrap it up real quick. Okay, so, yeah. How to cook. Oh, Burger King. I had all these wonderful, they like trying to come up with flavors. What I came up with? Garlic, tomato, and olive oil, bruschetta, teriyaki ginger spice, avocado lime, honey mustard, sesame seed glacé. Honey mustard, sesame seed glacé, and mozzarella dill balsamic vinegar. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stop right there because I'm like at an hour and I really need to save some of my battery. So this is like